Hello, Cohort C. I'm going to go over our first week's exercise with you. So just to get our brain thinking creatively, this is a fun little activity that we're going to do and turn into an artwork. So what I would like for you to do, hopefully you all picked up the art packets. There's lots of different stuff in there. You were going to take a white piece of paper, just a regular size, maybe 9 by 11 piece of paper, a white one, out of your packet. And what I'd like for you to do first is to draw a circle and a line. Now, there is no right or wrong way to do this. It can be any type of line that you want. It can be any size circle that you want. So take a minute, draw a circle and a line. When you are done, here's the next step. For a few minutes, I want you to just turn your paper different directions. I want you to imagine what you can turn your circle and a line into. Could it be a landscape? Could it be a portrait with some googly eyes? An abstract piece of art? A cartoon? You decide. You don't have to draw immediately. Spend some time imagining what you can turn it into. Once you start to see what takes shape in your mind, I want you to begin drawing. Think of your entire rectangular paper. Now it can be turned portrait style, which is vertically, or it can be turned landscape style, which is kind of horizontally. And I want you to think of that whole rectangle as your composition. If you were to draw a little tiny stick figure in the middle of your paper and say you're done, that's really not making very good use of your space or making a really cohesive composition. So we're going to go over this in our little elements and principles of design below. Once your drawing portion is complete, we're going to share these out on a Padlet with everybody in our class. So whenever you're done with the drawing component, you can choose whatever materials you would like to finish it up. Maybe you just want to use some pencil shading. Maybe you have a black Sharpie at home and you want to just do an outline with the shading. Maybe you want to use markers or colored pencils. Whatever you have available is fine. There is no real requirement for that because I didn't pack up a whole bunch of additional materials. It's whatever you have on hand, but it should pop a little bit. And when I say pop, you should have some type of shading, some darks, some lights, something to give it a little bit more of a composition, a finished piece of artwork type of look. And I'll show you examples down here below. Okay, so here's a few from my first 9 weeks. And looks like maybe her circle could have been the eyeball. I don't know, that she turned and just kind of transformed that a little bit more. And then a line could have happened anywhere. But this person used a really, really good use of the space, creating a background and this creature in the foreground, and kind of filled it in by repeating the mountains, using color to make a full composition. Here's another one. This one's a little sideways. As you can see, kind of a fun thing that they did. Maybe they used the circle as the sun and then a line could have been the beach, but they decided to do a landscape scene. I think they used the space really well. You know, your coloring is important, so just practice using the materials well when you can. I know this is sideways, but I forgot to turn it. Sorry, guys. So you kind of get an idea. When you are doing this, I want you to refer to, this is our elements and principles of design that we're going to be working with for different projects this 9 weeks. So are you using color in yours as an element? Are you using rhythm? That means kind of the repetition of shapes, just like those mountains I showed you in the first one. Are you using movement, using diagonal lines, how you get through a work of art? Where is your eye directed? So for this, you do want to use some of these for your grade. There is a rubric attached that I will show you. 10 points go to you drew a circle and a line and completed the exercise to use shading or other materials to enhance your artwork. Part 2 is that you used 3 or more elements or principles of design to create a pleasing composition. So as you're drawing, I want you to kind of refer to that sheet and really look at how you can use those to enhance your artwork. Hopefully this makes sense. It's a really fun, just first kind of creative exercise, and we're going to build off this a little bit later. Email me if you have any other questions. Thanks, guys.